I'm Justin Sane. I play guitar and I sing in Anti-Flag.
My name is Chris #2. I play bass and sing in the aforementioned Anti-Flag. Yeah, I think both have been pretty easy. I think that the For Blood and Empire record proved to many of the people that listened to our band that we weren't changing and that we were who we are.
And it gave us the resources to really delve much deeper into the activism that we believed in. You know, we were able to start Military Free Zone, which is a nonprofit organization that we started with our own money to combat predatory military recruitment in our schools and to combat a law. It gave the military access to private records of students in American schools. It gave us the ability to launch a campaign against the use of depleted uranium munitions. It gave us the opportunity to run a campaign with Amnesty International to help political prisoners. So we could see so many positives and opportunities that it was going to afford us and allow us to take part in. And you know, I think once the record came out and people saw that we were actually engaged in these things and we were engaged in things that we probably couldn't have been engaged in otherwise, people really lightened up on us.
And understood the decision.
Yeah.
With the second record, you know, RCA, you know, they signed the document that told them they can't get in the way. So I think that, you know, it's their fault. If they want to get in the way, unfortunately, they can't, you know. Yeah. So we've been pretty good about being able to make and write the songs that we want and have the artwork that we want and have the albums that we want.
And say the things that we want to say.
Yeah, their responsibility is to let the world know that they exist.
And otherwise, the responsibility of RCA is just to get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah. A lot of ideas.
Yeah.
Tony Visconti, as a producer, I think his expertise is worth more than sort of his ideas, because he's worked with so many difficult artists. You know, when you think about the Morrisseys and the David Bowies and the Paul McCartneys of the world, you know, keeping them on task, you know, big rock stars on task is very difficult. So you know, when it came to us, the best thing that he gave us was the ability to, you know, we woke up together, we ate breakfast together, we recorded together, and in 3.5 weeks we were done making the album. You know, he was as diligent as possible, and you know, anytime we said we wanted to do this, he was like, this is how you do it. He could do it in 10 minutes and have it all set up and ready to go. Yeah. And you know, that was his greatest attribute.
Yeah, because we brought a lot of the ideas to him. We knew going in that we wanted to have orchestral percussion and bells and chimes, and we knew that we wanted brass section, and we knew that we wanted strings. But you know, to know how to implement those things, to have that kind of expertise, that we didn't have, and he did, and that was a great help to us.
And also on the vocals, he was really good with us, because he's just so musical.
Nation is dead! We're the new nation! Nation is dead! We're the new nation! Nation is dead! We're the new nation! The nation is dead! The nation is dead!
We address things that affect people every day, and we ask the question, what is it about our society in America, in Germany, around the world, what is it about our society, I think specifically our consumer society, that drives people to be the way they are and turns people into who they are?
Yeah, a lot of the personal issues of the Bright Lights of America are not unique to Americans. They're all around the world, and I think that one of the things that people get sort of bogged down with is the idea that presidents, popes, politicians, those are the people that control politics, not you as an individual. And I think that's a really wrong idea. Just simple things like the clothes you put on your body, the food you eat, where you spend your euro, those are political decisions, you know. And the magazine that you open every day that tells you you're not pretty enough or you're not good enough and you need this cool pair of jeans to be able to fit in, that magazine is wrong. And the righteous ideas of being a person that lives a life that wants to treat people and animals and all living things respectfully, that's the kind of life that we're pushing for, and is a progressive life, and the life that we should have in 2008. I mean, and I think that questioning it is a very big and important first step in making changes into it, because the second you're aware of what's happening around you, then you begin to look further into these things.
And you start to assess what's important.
Yeah.
You know, is the new iPod and the new car, the new television important? Or is the relationships that you have with your friends and your family important?
Yeah.
And, you know, is it more important to work your ass off at a shitty job so that you can buy the new shit? Or is it more important to take that time and put it into the relationships in your life and realize that life can be short, and that, you know, sometimes you don't get a second chance.
I wouldn't say impossible. I think that it's fairly safe to say that George Bush has been the worst president that America's ever seen, and you know, it's impossible to know how much damage will really come out of his White House's reign. However, I do think that what America has is the Constitution, and what America has is democracy, and if we continue to push and fight for those things, we have a real shot at repairing those damages. Obviously, there is truth in Mike's statement, because you will never get back the 1 million Iraqi lives lost in this illegal war. You will never get back the lives lost of every troop that is part of this war. So it's an unfortunate scenario that we're in, but I do have faith that the political system and the accountability of democracy can be restored and taken back from these corrupt corporate politicians.
The biggest enemy that we have to fight right now is cynicism, because if we believe that we can't change it, if we believe that we can't make it better, and we just give up, then that's when the George Bushes of the world win, because that's what they want us to believe. They want us to believe that this is such a huge problem. That things are so bad that no matter what we do, it'll never get better. And if we fall into that pattern, then nothing ever will get better. So we have to fight cynicism and tell people there is a chance. But if you want it to change, you got to work for it. You got to fight for it.